What's up? It's your boy Reemus, and this is the What We've Learned From series because I'm talking about what I've learned from people, things, or different situations, or whatever it is. And the topic of today's video is what I've learned from the Mafia. Now, the Mafia is interesting because to get into the Mafia, you need to become a made man, right? You need to kill someone, right? So there's this structure. So to get into the Mafia, you need to kill someone. So it's not easy. And once you kill them or kill whoever, you're initiated through a ritual. And in that ritual, like they cut your hand so you're bleeding, you squeeze this card or something, but it's like a burning card or something. And then you squeeze it and then you make the oath of silence. So you're basically saying, look, I'll never tell on my brothers and stuff. It's like a proper ritual. And when you're in the Mafia, after that, there's things that you're allowed to do and not do. Like, there's actually rules to this stuff. There's a code, and if you break it, like, because there's a specific structure, there's the underboss, no, there's the captain, the underboss, then the boss, and beneath that is all, like, the made men just doing their stuff, doing the work. And if you violate the code or violate the rule of the Mafia, or the families that have put in the rules in place, there's always, like, there'll be punishments basically, or you might be demoted or kicked out, or whatever it is. There's gonna be a problem. You might even be killed if that's the biggest punishment. But what this taught me is the importance of having code, having structure, and the power that can come from having structure and having a code. Because back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, even really up until after that, the Italians in New York and stuff, these guys were illegal immigrants at first. And with a code, by writing a code and building the army around that code, they actually became like the state. Almost. They became like their own police. Even in Godfather, you see in the movie, when that guy has a problem, he doesn't go to the police. He actually goes to the Godfather. He goes to the boss of the family and says, hey, Godfather, I need this to be done because no one else is doing it for me. So the point is, power is waiting for you if you can live to a structure. That's what I learned from that. What I learned from that is if you have a code, you stick to it. And that code is worth something. You're run by a personal structure, right? You can actually become as powerful as the fucking police because you are the state. You're your own state. You're your own reality because you've drawn up your own reality. You can be the state or the police of your reality because you drew it up. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting my own reality that has its own code, right? And the people, it's got to be these two things. You got to find the structure that you fuck with, or you got to write your own structure and attract people who fuck with that structure. And that's really what you could even argue this channel is. As a result of fucking with me, there's going to be plenty people on both sides, both men and women, whose life is actually going to improve. Because this is the power code. This is the superior code, right? Or this is a superior code. Maybe you could have your own superior code, or whatever it is. But there's power here. The results are different. And if illegal immigrants that had just come over from Italy, Sicily and stuff can come together, right, to create their own organization that really was deep in this shit. Like, when you study this stuff, because I love studying it, I love watching the documentaries, movies, and all of that stuff. So I know they were actually deep into this stuff like you wouldn't believe. They were in there with politicians. They was in there with celebrities. They actually created their own world. But they couldn't have done that without a code. They couldn't have done that without structure. The energy would have been there, but it would have just fallen apart. And there are some demographics even in today's world that need that structure, but they have the energy, they have the desire to have their own independence, but they can't because they don't have the code, they don't have a structure, and they don't stick to it. But that is what I learned from the Mafia. Have a code, have a structure, and then have discipline with that structure. So peace. I'll see you in the next video.